Vaishnava, we know also Gurudev, but we have another Vaishnava.
Many songs of Gurudev. Many songs here of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gurudev.
Oh, we then using another. Yes, we can.
O Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara Vedasi Purnapuri.
Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara Vedasi Purnapuri.
Japada Jaya Sune Amare Tamara Charana Puri.
Japada Jaya Sudare Amare Tamara Charana.
Jaya Vigadami Jaya Dosashodi Jaya Guna Dehanati.
Jaya Vegadami, Jaya Dosashodi, Jaya Guna Dehanati.
Jaya Satasanga Deya Mare Ushite Sange Amti.
Jaya Satsanga, Dehoe Amare, Bhakti Samjaya.
Ekakiyama Ai Kai Bo Hari Nama Sankirtane.
Ekakiyamaya, Nadipayava, Harinama Sankirtanam.
Kripa kori Shatha Indriya Deho Krishna Nama Dhame.
Tumi kripa jare, Shatare Gaudiya, Deho Krishna Namata.
Krishna se Kumar Krishna se Paro Tumara Shakti Ashi.
Krishna se Gopala, Krishna ji te Vara, Hamara Shakatiya.
Amito Kanga Krishna Krishna Boli Daita Go Pachi Pachi.
Krishna Krishna Hare, Jaya Vapajeva.
Jaya Vaishnava Sangha Vaishnava Guru
Yeah, we can also chant Hare Krishna.
Oh, now it's a Hare.
Yes. 5 minutes then we have.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare deep insight, a vision about the holy name and how to chant the holy name. Krishna, Krishna Nam. There's no difference between. But above this consideration, our Sampradaya has given another higher consideration. A deeper understanding will reveal that Hare Krishna mantra is not at all concerned with Ram Lila. In the name of Ram, within the Hare Krishna mantra, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas will find Radha Raman, Ram. That means Krishna who gives pleasure, Raman, to Srimati Radha. In our conception, the Hare Krishna mantra is wholesale Krishna consciousness, not Ram consciousness. Sri Chaitanya's highest conception of things is always Swayam Bhava Krishna Lila Radha Govinda Lila. That is the real purpose of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's advent and teachings. In that consideration, the Hare Krishna mantra does not mention the Ram Lila of Ayodhya at all. So there's no connection with that in the highest conception of Hare Krishna mantra. And the inner conception of the mantra is responsible for our spiritual attainment. When one pronounces the name Ram, if he means Dasarati Ram, his attraction will take him there, to Ayodhya. If he means Parashurama, he will be attracted to another place. And if Ram means Radharaman, Ram, he will go to Goloka. The inner conception of the devotee will guide him to his destination. My original name was Ramendra Chandra. When I was given initiation, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave me the name Ramendra Sundara. I asked him, what is the meaning of Ramendra? He told me, in Dasaratha, Ram, or Lord Ramchandra, the son of King Dasaratha, it means Radharaman Ram, Krishna, the lover of Radharani. The name Hare may also mean different things according to one's conception. That the meaning of the word Hare is the mantra. In the mantra is taken to mean Radharani. It's also determined according to the spiritual development or qualification or adhika of the chanter. When one is firmly established in conceiving of Radha Krishna in the background of everything, when one finds Swayam Rupa, the original form of Godhead, underlying of all sorts of conception of all things good, then only will he find that sort of meaning and nothing else. For beginners, the word Hare in the Hare Krishna mantra can be conceived to mean Hari. That is one meaning. It may also mean Nrsimhadev. And just as Ram can mean Dasharatha Ram, Krishna may refer to different types of Krishna. There is also Krishna in Vaikuntha. They are the Vaibhavas or extensions of the Lord. Number 24 in Vaikuntha. First there is Narayan, then 4 extensions, Vasudeva, Shankar, Padmana, and Aniruddha. Each of these 4 has 5 agents, making 24 in all. One of these is Krishna of Vaikuntha. And there's Krishna of Dwarka and the Krishna of Mathura. In this way, there are various conceptions of Krishna, but the highest conception of Krishna is Krishna in Vrindavan. Radha Govinda. When one cannot remove himself from that plane, he will conceive of divinity only as Hari Hara. He will see nothing else but Radha Krishna. Those who are completely and perfectly installed in Vatulya Rasa, who have the highest kind of divine plane or vision, cannot come down from that plane. If they do, it's only for the interest of Radha Govinda. In that case, the devotee may go anywhere, but his real interest is under lock and key in Vrindavan. Only on behalf of the service of Radha Govinda will a devotee leave Vrindavan. So only on behalf of the service of Radha Govinda will a devotee leave Vrindavan. So all our acharyas who are coming in this world, they leave, they don't go on the behalf of service to the Radha, to Radharani, to Radha Govinda. Will a devotee leave Vrindavan and come to this plane? For those who are followers of Vrindavan line, Hare in the Hare Krishna mantra can only mean Hara. Shrimati Radharani. Hara means Radha, who can even snatch the attention of Krishna. Hari. The word Harana means to steal. One who can steal the mind of he who is most expert in stealing, who can steal even the mind of Krishna. She is stealing in its highest capacity is shown by Radharani. And Krishna means he who is most attractive in the absolute sense. They are both represented in the mantra. It's a very deep, beautiful description of Mahamantra. Different levels we can chant this mantra. But here giving us a vision from the highest plane. Those who are on the highest plane, very close to Radha Govinda, they will never leave this place. So, only on their order, they will come. They will come and associate and help Mahaprabhu, help our Guru Parampara. So, the followers of the Rupanuga Sampradaya can never deviate from that consciousness in their chanting of the Mahamantra. And with this conception, they go on with the service of Harihara, Radha Krishna. They absorb themselves in Radha Dasyam. They cannot themselves in Radha Dasya. They absorb themselves in Radha Dasya. They cannot think of anything else but that. Once having fully attained that plane, they can never come down from that level. From the interest of Radha Krishna. They cannot allow themselves to be out of that circle. That is the position of highest aspiration, according to the devotees' adhikar, or spiritual qualifications. That sort of meaning will awaken in one's mind. It will be awakened, discovered by sadhana. At that time, the covering of the heart will be removed, and divine love will spontaneously spring up from the fountain of the heart as the inner function of the soul. Is there any question on this or comments?
No.
High subject matter.
Yes.
Small brain. Small brain.
Yes, I'm reading this book in the 90s. I got this. And then I finished this book and thought, what more can I read? What more can one say about this very high topic? So, but all this shastra, what suggested, is necessary to make advancement step by step. But this is very high, and you will find this in the holy dharmas. You will find persons who are on this level, moving on this level. And one must beg for the blessing of this devotees. So we can start just next for this goes a confidential topic is explained again. That story, once a demon of Bharatpur had come on a pilgrim with his family to the holiest of places. What is this holiest of the
Radha
places? Radha, the holy lake of Srimati Radharani. He and his family were circumambulating Radha. They would fall flat on the ground, offering obeisances, lying down with their arms outstretched. Every time they bowed down in dismay. They would mark the spot where their fingertips touched the earth. Then they would slowly rise, step forward to where that spot had been marked, and again fall flat, offering their obeisances with great respect and adoration. In this way, they were circumambulating the entire Radha. So upon seeing such intense worship, Paramananda Prabhu, an initiated disciple of our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, intimated to Prabhupada that the Divan and his family must have great respect for Radharani, to circumambulate the Radhakund in such a fashion. At that time, Prabhupada said, their angle of vision towards Radhakund and Radharani is different from ours. They recognize and revere Krishna. And And because Radha is Krishna's favorite, they also have some reverence for Radha Kund. But our vision is just the opposite. Our concern is with Radharani. And only because she wants Krishna do we have any connection with him. And so, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas know only Radharani. They are concerned only with her. And her duties, her necessities. They are ready to serve her in all respects and cannot contemplate any service with her without her. That is the highest achievement of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. That is the special feature of Mahaprabhu's party. That was announced by Raghunath Das Goswami in the Vilapa Kusumanjali. Ajaparayam Vitta Sindhu Maya Ekanjit Gandhajit Karomaya Dagimarda Kila Sampatammi Tamjet Kipam Mai Vijayasya Naiva Kime Pranayava Jenata Vahu Pakarinavi. This verse is a direct prayer to Radha Rani. It expresses a particular type of hope, which is so sweet and reassuring that it is compared with an unlimited ocean of nectar. He says, there's a hope which is sustaining me and nurturing my existence. With that hope, I am somehow passing my days. So dragging my life to this dangerous time, that nectarine ocean of hope is attracting me and keeping me alive. But my patience has reached its end. I can't endure it any longer. I can't wait anymore. At this moment, if you do not show your grace to me, I am finished. I shall lose my prosper forever. I shall have no desire to continue my life. It will all be useless without your grace. I can't stand to live another moment. And Vrindavan, which is even dearer to me than my life itself, I am disgusted with it. It is painful. It is always pinching me. And what to speak of anything else? I am even disgusted with Krishna. It is shameful to utter such words. But they can't have no love even for Krishna unless and until you take me with him, your concentrated camp of service. This is the prayer of Raghunath Das. It's a very high level. It's not easy to digest. But it is very, very sweet. Very, very beautiful. And if we get some drop of realization of this, you know how the real sadhus are living there, how they feel, how they are feeling of separation, how deep. When Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada would begin to explain this verse, his feature would become transformed. He would become full of emotion. His face would become like that of a phantom. In this verse, Raghunath Das Goswami taking an extreme risk, saying, "Oh Radha, if I do not get your favor, I don't want anything. I want you and you alone to to have an independent relationship with anyone else. Eliminating you is impossible in my life. You must be first, then others. Without you, we can never even think of a separate relationship with Krishna. So Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj has written that without Radharani's company, Krishna is not beautiful. Everything is relative, dependent. A teacher depends on the student, and the student depends on his teacher. Although Krishna is the enjoyer, he is completely dependent on the enjoyer, Srimati Radharani. The two are correlative. One cannot be separated from the other, as they enjoyed. Radharani is also absolutely dependent on Krishna, the enjoyer. Radharani says, my fate is lost forever, because I have given myself. I have sold myself to many places. When I heard the flute, I dedicated myself to the song of the flute. When I heard the name of Krishna, I dedicated myself to that sound. When I saw a beautiful picture of Krishna, I would dedicate myself to that picture. So in 3 places I have sold myself completely, with no possibility of any happiness or peace in my life. If I had dedicated myself to only one thing, there might have been a possibility of peace. But because I have dedicated myself in 3 different places, I am hopeless. Seeing the picture of Krishna, I couldn't contain myself, I couldn't. But I give myself to that beautiful video. So I dedicated myself fully. The name of Krishna also purchased me fully, and the sweet sound of the flute that has also drawn me to the extreme of dedication. So how can I hope for peace in my life? It's impossible, my friends. Radharani did not know it at the time, but the source of Krishna's flute, his name, his beauty are one. If she could have seen how all 3 of these lead together, then it would have been possible for her to have peace of mind, but it is difficult to understand this principle. How is that? The sound of Krishna's flute, the sound of his name, and the picture of his form are not different from Krishna himself. Idealism. In Hegel's words, ideal realism. The absolute idea is not to be dismissed as an abstract thing, rather, it is the basis of all existence. Reality is there, but it is ideal realism. And the foundation of the reality of Vrindavan is given by Nityananda, Baladev. Nitya Guruna Viprajarada Krishna Gori, Dharinitaya Jarana Dukarani. After Bhaktivedanta describes the position of Radharani in his Sharanagati, he says, I want to serve those who have the service of Radharani in their heart. I want to serve the feet dust of those who only wealth is their service of Srila. I want to fall before them and take the dust of their holy feet. If you cannot fix your mind in the service of Radharani, then all your attempts to serve Krishna are useless. If you cannot achieve earnestness in the service of Srimati Radharani, then all your labor for Krishna has gone to hell. We cannot conceive of a sun without heat, nor can we conceive of Godhead without His potency. So also no conception of Krishna is possible without Srimati Radharani. We can know any matter without Radha. She is Krishna's other half. In Srila Bhakti Siddhanta's language, they predominated moiety. Devotional service, a whole is represented by her. Because both the intensity of the comprehensiveness of her service of Krishna are unparalleled. So there are so many examples of chaste and pious ladies in the ancient history of the Puranas. Sachi, the faithful wife of Indra, Sati, the wife of Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, Satyavarma, Krishna's wife in Dwarka, Rukmini, the principal queen of Krishna in Dwarka, even the antagonists of Radharani headed by Chandavali, all of them represent different aspects of Radharani. They all spring from her main potency, which is known as Radha. The name Radha comes from the word Aradhana, one who can serve, who can worship, who can give respect, who really loves Krishna, who can render loving service. All of these other ladies who are famous for their chastity and piety are put partial representations of Radharani. If we note the scripture and scrutinize the position of those virtuous ladies, we'll find that the source of all their chastity and devotion is Srimati Radharani. She is the fountainhead of devotion. And so Bhaktivinoda says, I bow down, take the dust of the holy feet of those who have their only wealth to serve the service of Radharani. I hanker after nothing else. Whoever knows this and always travels on the path with a sincere heart is most fortunate. It is the ideal that makes one great, not any material possessions. One who has the highest ideal is very wealthy. The highest ideal is the most valuable thing we may possess. And less valuable things must be eliminated if we are to concentrate our efforts and save ourselves from useless endeavor. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to show us the highest ideal, the path of divine love. We find divine love of God in its highest intensity in his life and teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. The whole Srimad Bhagavatam is meant to illustrate the ideal of divine love, which reaches its highest expression in Srimati Radharani. The Srimad Bhagavatam sings very gloriously about the Brahma relationship of Radha and Krishna. The Vedas, other Puranas are not so expressive about such confidential pastimes. Yet we find a hint of the glories of Radha and Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam. And the Goswamis have more fully expressed Radharani's devotion in their writings. In Rupa Goswami's Patyahari, we find her saying, "My Lord, people say that I have bad reputation because of my connection with you. I do not feel any trouble in my heart because of this. My concern is that I could not give myself to you completely. The people in general say that I am illicitly connected with you. But what disturbs me is that I could not really give myself to you. I feel that I am not fit for your service. This is only the trouble within my heart. So, in another day, we can talk about, hear this. We may not have realized, but at least we can hear the words of such high-class devotees. One time, by the blessing of the Lord, by the blessing of Radha, we will get a drop of this nectar. And then our spiritual life may begin on a higher level, perhaps, with the blessing of you all. I may also one time reach in one lifetime the lotus feet of Srila Radha. Anything to say, or clear, unclear. It stays in our heart. And one day, when we get the mercy from above, we cannot reach this plane on our strength. We are not. We can only go, we can only understand by the mercy of one who is there, who has realized that really Pranibhadana Pariprasnena Seva Yugalipsam Nidhi Yanina Tattva Taja. Only by those who have seen the truth, we can, when we serve them, when we ask questions in humble mood, give respect to all living beings, not expecting any respect for ourselves. Then he may open the door, only a small, that we just can peep in. Srila Maharaj also says we should not enter such a high topic, or such a high, not topic, high plane, and walk into this, that we are members of this. We should just take a peep, looking and close, because it is so far away from us in this Kali Yuga now, this world of Dhammagon ignorance. We are not, at least the Western world is very difficult to understand. Maharaj, you want to say something?
It's a very nice subject. What should I speak on? What do you suggest I speak on? Would you like me to speak on something?
No, usually we close it off. But if you want some explanation on this,
Srila Maharaj spoke very highly, very nicely on Radha Tattva.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful tattva, Radhakund tattva, highest tattva. I was just thinking, my Gurudev, he was there in, I think, a long time, in 1995. So he was telling us that the question was, can we bathe in Radhakund? So he was saying that, usually we take 3 drops of water. So my Gurudev, we are talking about Radhakund. So he was telling Radhakund is Swayam Srimati Radharani. And that's why people are bathing. We should take 3 drops of water and put on our head. He's describing Radhakund in that way, such a high, none different from Srimati Radhika. I remember that time he was in Radhakund, and Gurudev was 95, he was there. I was just a new devotee at that time, he was sitting in front of him. So he asked me, so you went to bathe in Radhakund? I said, yes. Because it was Rajasthan, all the Piju Bhakti was bathing.
Very straight Radhakund.
So he said, but then he said, yeah, Radhakund is not different from Srimati Radharani. But he didn't say, oh, you should be. He said, you should respect Radharani. She's 3 drops of water you put on her head, Radharani. So Gurudev was, but I took bath that time, Palmashtami. I went and took bath, all the devotees were taking bath, so I took bath. When I came back, I think it was after 12 o'clock. Then he was saying, oh, Radharani, spirit. So this is the point, Radhakund is such a high tattva. And once he told me, I said, Maharaj, Vrindavan is a nice place. He said, no, for aspirants, Vrindavan is not good because Krishna doesn't forgive any offense. He told me, you don't stay in Vrindavan. You can go to Vrindavan and come back. But he said, you stay in Vrindavan, aspirants, if they commit aparad, Krishna doesn't forgive them. And he said, Mayapur and Jagannath Puri is more compassionate. Krishna is more compassionate. Jagannath compassionate and Navadip compassionate. But the topmost place is Radhakund, very dangerous. If you stay as an aspirant, unless you have adhikar, this I remember, he told me. That's all. A very important point.
This is also Prabhupada.
Yeah, but
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. He did not take part in Radhakund. Also, Gurudev and Srila said, I personally also never went. I always put some drops on. It is, we will not consider it as that is non-different to Radharani, then we have not realized Radharani.
But in Radhakund, I see all the Babaji take part 3 times. This is taking 3 times.
If they are Bhaktis or some Babajis, I don't know, but they have transcendental bodies. They have not material bodies. They are not entering with their mundane conception. They are like but we should consider ourselves unfit for this.
Of course, definitely. I agree. I'm unfit. I'm unfit, I don't know.
But I also think there are some who may not offense, may not, if they go, because they are not identifying with anything in this world. They have attained already the transcendental plane. Of course, imitators, and especially young, they are going in like this, yes, and then imitating. They will not understand.
One devotee from ISKCON, recently in Radha Kund. He was a good friend of mine. You know him, Parvat Maharaj? His former name was Lokashangi Maharaj. The big beard, you know. He's from ISKCON before.
Yeah.
He was staying in Radha Kund for 40 years, 30 years. I used to go and see him quite often.
What is his name?
His former name in ISKCON was Lokashangi Maharaj. Then his name he took from Sagar Maharaj, his name became Parvat Maharaj. Parvat Maharaj. He recently left his body. You know, with the beard, always staying in Radha Kund, one devotee with the beard.
I know one who is staying there in Radha Kund since 40, 50 years old.
He left his body a few days ago. He left his body.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he left his body.
But what is his name?
Lokashangi Maharaj, that is his name.
This one, but he's speaking about him is from ISKCON.
Yeah, this was also ISKCON.
And then another is Mahanidis one.
Mahanidis Swami, Mahanidis Swami is there also, but now he became a Babaji. I used to see him before. I used to go and see him, but now after that now his name is Madan Mohan Prabhu something. It's Madan Mohan. He took a...
met him, I know where his temple or his place where he stayed.
Took from Advaita Sampradaya, took again initiation from Advaita Sampradaya.
Oh, yeah.
Before I used to go and see him when I was in Radha, when he was in Radha Kund, I used to go and see him. We were very good friends. I was good. It was very nice. He was very nice devotee. Shumana, so he had his own kutia in one place. I used to go and see him.
Yeah.
But after he became Babaji, he didn't want to see anybody. I don't know. He's not. But he was a nice devotee, Maharaj Swami. I had a very nice relation before with him.
Yes, yeah, they criticized him much also. But I did not know him too close, but I know him. I was speaking a few times shortly. I met him.
It was very nice to me when I used to hear him always discussing Shastra, very interested. In fact, he came and took re-initiation from, he came to hear the mantra again, this sannyas mantra from our Gurudev. Once he came to our temple. That's why I met him quite often. He came to hear the sannyas mantra clearly from our Gurudev, and he wanted the explanation of sannyas mantra from our Gurudev. You know, this Dasa mantra. So he wanted to understand what sannyas mantra means, and he went to ask Gurudev this point. That's why he came to see him very close, and then we used to go and see him. He was nice, he was writing books, Harinam, this, that, this. But after that, he took from Advaita Sampradaya, and he's not sure. He did not like to see us.
Yes. We know we visited this year, some of very advanced
Yeah, he's nice too.
Babas.
And I asked Lokashangi, this Parvat Maharaj, how is Mahanidis Swami? He said, he's still very good. He told me. I said, how is he? He's become Babaji. Oh, he's very good now. Last year I met Parvat Maharaj. I asked him, where is Mahanidis Swami? He's okay. I go and see him. He's okay. He's very nice. He's still okay. That's what he told me. So I don't know.
Gaudiya, yes. Only we have the eyes to see.
Yeah.
If we are there, actually we can see who is there. If one has got the mercy of Radharani. Yes. So it is always a secret for those who have not. Depends on. Is there all mercy of Radharani? Yeah. Okay, we close here. Jai Srila Srila Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Nitai Guru Premanandi. Vaishnava